Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakodash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishop, the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, scattered out on the four corners of the earth, prophesying in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh be the name of the Heavenly Father who the world ignorantly called God, and all the other titles they put on his true name. Bahashem is in the name of Yahweh Shai is the name of the Son of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly called Jesus, and whatever else title they put on his true name is Yahweh Shai. And this is who you true Israelites of the Bible, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American have to call on in these last and evil days, coming back to your power, repenting, sending up supplications through Yahweh Shai to get to Yahweh. This is what you got to do in these last days and be converted back to your inheritance. So I just wanted to go into another quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Lord willing, is edifying. Because there is nowhere to run and there is nowhere to hide for no one, not even myself. How much more you devils parading around in the earth doing wickedly? You're going to have to pay, because there is nowhere to run and there is nowhere to hide. Whatever you do, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai sees it. He has angels placed all around the earth. Let's go on and get that. We're going to go on and jump on into the lesson. Not going to prolong no time to jump into these scriptures. Proverbs 15:3. The eyes of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai are in every place. See that? Beholding the evil and the good. So no matter where you at, sometimes you do something and you think you got away with it. But Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai sees that. And he knows that. And you're going to have to pay for it. So don't think, these devils think they really got away with some things. But like I say, they worried about what another man think and how another man feels, which they need to be worried about what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai think. Let's get that out of in the Apocrypha, Sirach 23. Sirach 23:19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men. See that? They only fear man. You worried about what the next man think about you. But the hopeful elect is worried about what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai thinks about them. And if we doing the right things in the eyesight of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because that verse just said he sees all things, good and bad. Such a man only feareth the eyes of man, and knoweth not that the eyes of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai are 10 times brighter than the sun. So you go outside and look up at the sun, it's going to hurt your eyes. So just imagine what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, or you can just imagine a bird flying, and an eagle flying up in the sky and could zoom down on a little rat in the grass. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai eyes are better than that. He made that eyes of that eagle. So just imagine his eyes. Beholding all the ways of man. Everything you do Everything you say is accounted for. And considering the most secret parts, there's nowhere to run and there's nowhere to hide. I just thought about those two scriptures. Let's go on and jump into the lesson. We're going to start in the book of Psalms. Let's go on and get 7. Psalm 7 and 9. O let the wicked of the wicked, Salakia. O let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. And this is what we're seeing playing out today. In these days and times, we seeing the wicked, their rulership is coming to an end. And we cannot wait for that. But establish the just. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is getting ready to set up his people in righteousness. For the righteous Most High trieth the hearts and reigns. What this word reign? Kidneys, a physical organ, a seat of emotions and affection.
Strong's H3629. Kilyah. Kilyah.
So, the Most High tribe the hearts and reigns. Let's read that again. Oh, let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end. And this is what's going on. But establish the just, and we can't wait for this to happen. For the righteous Most High tribe the hearts and reigns. Psalms 34. Psalms 34 and 21. Evil shall slay the wicked. Their own evil is going to kill them and take them out of power. Their missiles, their guns, helicopters, boats, all the things they have that they use for evil is going to slay the wicked. And they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. And who the one that hate the righteous? Esau, Edom, starting with him and the rest of you nations. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua redeemeth the souls of his servant. He's coming to get us away from y'all no matter what, because there is nowhere to run and there is nowhere to hide from these prophecies that's written in our book. And none of them that trusted in him shall be desolate. Psalms 37 and 10. For yet a little while, this is the time we in right here that we speaking in. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. You're going to be taken out of power. You going into slavery for 1,000 years, and then you won't be no more. Yeah, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. Your place in rulership, your place in this earth, it shall not be. These are prophecies that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has given us, starting with the apostles, the bishops, the elders of Great Millstone, on down to the least brother. We know that your day is coming. And in this lesson is titled, There is Nowhere to Run and There is Nowhere to Hide from These Prophecies. So let's go into the New Test. Revelation 6. And around about the last two, we're going to start at 15. Revelation 6 and 15. And the kings of the earth and the great man, these are all you devils right here, and the rich man and the chief captains and the mighty men, you people that's in rulership, and every bondman, even you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans that's joined to the hips of these devils, and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. There's nowhere to run and there's nowhere to hide, no matter where you run and hide, in the dens and in the mountains. And said to the mountains and the rocks, fall upon us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne. You think you're going to be able to run from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua when he got all these angels placed everywhere, watching every move of everybody, every minute, every second? And from the wrath of the Lamb, Yahushua is his right-hand man. There is nowhere to run and there is nowhere to hide. Verse 17. For the great day of his wrath is come. This is a prophecy. This haven't happened yet in our days and time. And who shall be able to stand? Ain't nobody getting away from this judgment that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua have set forth upon the earth to happen, that's coming up, that we're prophesying about. Because you cannot run and you cannot hide from this. Back to the Old Test. Where I want to go, Jeremiah 23 and verse Jeremiah 23 and verse 24. Can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him? This is a question that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is presenting. And I'm talking to you Edomites, starting with you and the rest of you devils, all of you. Is it any place you can hide from the Most High? What could you do to hide from the Most High? The only thing you can do is put it in your head that he's not seeing you. That's all you can do. Said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, see that? He asked this question because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua have he have a funny way of doing things. He asks you a question that you already know the answer to. Do not I feel heaven and earth? Those are these angels that's placed from one side of the heaven to the other side of the heaven. Said Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. My stomach growling. Let's read that again. Jeremiah 23 and 24. Can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him? Said Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Do not I feel heaven and earth? Said Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And everybody should know the answer to that question. There's nowhere to run and there's nowhere to hide from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. 49, Jeremiah 49. And 16. That terribleness have deceived thee. Talking to you, starting with you Edomites. Your pride, your terribleness, your evilness, your mighty works that you think you're doing without Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Everything you got going on in your life, it have to deceive you. The book of Obadiah said the same thing. And the pride of thine heart, O that dwelleth in the clefts of the rock, that holdeth the height of the hill. Why you holding the height of the hill? Because you in rulership. Though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, said Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Why is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai talking like this? Because there is nowhere to run from him. You made your nest in the sky. No matter where you at, he's there. And he said he's going to bring you down from there. He allowed you to get up there. And he's going to allow you to get down. Well, he gonna force you to get down because you don't want to get down. You don't want to do what he say do. Isaiah 29 and 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us? And who knoweth us? See that? You devils really think y'all the Most High. You really think y'all are Yahweh Shai. You really think you are the angels. But you're a left-hand angel. The angel of Satan. Verse 16, surely your turning things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say to him that framed it, he had no understanding? See that? You devils think you're the Most High. And this is why you trying to pull your MOTB, your system, setting up your new world system, because you think you're the Most High. You sitting all your cameras trying to surveillance the whole earth. When all these things I'm naming are carnal, they're not spiritual. We're in the spiritual realm over here. You carnal. These are your left hand angels, the cameras, the setting up your system, your MOTB, trying to put it in everybody. This is your left hand work. But you're not going to deceive the very elect. If you could, you would. But it ain't going to work. Because there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide from this thing that we're preaching about. Let's go back to Psalms. Psalms 139, starting at verse 7. King David, whither shall I go from thy spirit? King David putting something on your mind. Where you going to go that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai don't see you? Or whether shall I flee from thy presence? If I ascend into heaven, thou art there. If you go up into space, he up there. If thou make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. If you dig down in the earth, the Most High there too. Because there is nowhere to run from this thing. If thou take the wings of the morning and dwell in the midst, in the uttermost part of the sea, even there thou shalt thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is everywhere. Yahweh Shai is his hand and he's everywhere. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, this is what you devils say. You plot on the just in the darkness. When the light come, you perform it because it's in the power of your hand right now. Even the night shall be light about me because Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai eyes are X-ray vision. The night is nothing to him. Yeah, the darkness hideth not from thee, but the night shineth as the day. The darkness and the light are both a light to thee. For thou hast possessed my reins. Look at that word reins again. Thou hast covered me in my mother's womb. Let's go over here to Hebrews. Hebrews 4:13. Neither is there any creature that is not manifested in his sight. See that? These scriptures are letting you know there is nowhere to get away from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. But all things are naked and open unto the eyes of him with whom we have to do. It's just like you ain't got no clothes on because you're walking naked in the eyesight of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. He beholdeth everything. Luke 8:16. No man who he have lighted a candle, cover it with a vessel, or put it under a bed, but sitteth it on a candlestick, that they shall enter in my and that they may enter and may see the light. This is the point right here. Verse 17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. Because whatever we do, that's why I say you think you got away with it years and years ago. Then you pass away and go into the heavens where Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. He have never forgot that. So you never got away with anything. Amos. Start Amos 9 and starting at 1. I saw the Lord standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door. We know this is talking about the Israelites. That the posts may shake and cut them in the head, all of them, and I will slay the last of them with the sword. He that fleeth of them shall not flee away. Why? Because there's nowhere to run for no one that's down here on earth. And he that escape of them shall not be delivered. You might get away. What's that verse? You lean on the wall and a serpent bites you because you got away from something else. You might get away with mistreating your brother. You might get away with lying. You might get away with whatever in the eyesight of man. But when the time comes, that missile got your name all over it because you never got away from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Verse 2. Though they dig into hell, you're digging in the earth. You got all these underground facilities. I even heard the White House, their new ballroom got something under there they digging. So no matter if you dig into hell, then shall my hand take thee. Yahweh Shai is coming there to get you. Though thy climb up to heaven, you get in your little airplanes and fly up in the sky, trying to land on the moon or whatever else you got going on. Thence will I bring them down. You coming back down to the earth. Eventually, when Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai get fed up with all this. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. So there's nowhere to run, and there's nowhere to hide from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So you might as well give it up. Surrender. Because when the true Israelites get into their kingdom, into their power and their rulership, every knee is going to bow to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. There's an order going to be set up on earth. Structure is going to be set up on earth. Righteousness. A forever kingdom. And there's nowhere to run, and there's nowhere to hide. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.